And we are live. Welcome to another edition of the End of Day Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we place in your hand each and every trading day. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed the free webinar seminar that we had today. The Forex webinar seminar. There will be another one tomorrow as we celebrate Forex Week. That's right. So come to PulseWaveTrading.com and learn. You can learn more about how you can trade micro Forex, and anyone can do it. All you have to do, it only takes limited capital to get started. And you can find out more about that at PulseWaveTrading.com. All right, so I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to need to run through these quickly. If you missed something, you just have to rewind it and watch again from the beginning. I'm going to make this quick. I'm not going to let it lollygag. All right, so the first one here is a Reco. It's CrowdStrike. It's a equities, and its ticker is CRWD, traded on the NASDAQ. All right, so on this one, you can see right now we have a upside continuation pattern from the rally alert, getting a lot of upside production in a bullish formation, and you have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. So right now, the bias is to the long side of the market for CrowdStrike. All right, the next one is another record that we have for today. All right, this one is NAK. The ticker is NAK. All right, this is Northern Dynasty Minerals. Okay, so right now, coming into this week, we're getting upside production from the rally alert here. All right, so the market bias is to the long side, and we have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. Now, being that we didn't get any upside production today, we had a narrow range inside day. There's a possibility that the market may pull back a little bit tomorrow, but still remain in the bullish configuration under a bullish market bias. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Market has run up to fill this gap here. The question is it going to keep going? I think it may be able to get enough momentum to do that, but you have to watch and see. For those that do subscribe to the PulseWave reports, if I were you, I would just follow the report to a T and not try to overthink it or second guess it. All right, the next one here is also a Reco. This one is Blue Lagoon Resources. The ticker is BLAGF as in Frank. All right, so here's your rally alerts here, and you can see incredible upside production today from the rally alert as we have been coming into this on the long side of the market for the past several trading days. And right now the market bias is still bullish. And we produced a bullish pointer going into tomorrow with the bullish weekly trend momentum reading. Being that this was such a powerful upsurge today, don't be surprised to see a narrow range inside day tomorrow, much to look like this one here. Had the bullish pointer. Following day was a narrow range inside day. Market came back up, and then we begin to fell out of bed. That's a possibility here as well. So set your expectations accordingly. And to my knowledge, this one is already in the system. Let me just double check. But I do believe this is already in the report. Let's see, BLAGF. Let's see what we got here. I'm almost certain of it. I just want to double check real quick. This one is on the pink sheets, okay? Let's see. So this one is definitely over the counter. And, okay, this was not in the system, so I just added it. So it should be on the next report. All right. Okay, the next one from the trading room that we get a lot of questions on, and can you please look at this for me request, and that is a Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and pull up the Bitcoin right quick. All right, so here is the daily chart of your Bitcoin. All right, now, nice upsurge as you can see, right? this one is on its way to 12,000. That seems to be the next target for Bitcoin right now. And right now, as you can see, the market bias is to the long side of the market as well. Here's the rally alert. Here's the upside production from that rally alert. So the trend line support, for the most part, held. All right, we did not get a down surge from that. So the market bias is still to the long side of the market. So I would trade with that accordingly. All right, this is where you are. This is what's happening. All right, so not a lot to second guess or overthink on this one. Now, this particular one, yeah, for all intents purposes, you can ignore any gaps on this particular chart because they don't really come into play. This is a special one that I do my little special work on, so that wouldn't matter. But on the futures composite index one, that's a little bit different. Okay, here on the weekly, you can see same scenario. Okay, so kind of a lot of volatility on the weekly, but as you can see, the market's been flip-flopping a lot along the way, and just right now it seems to be in an upward trajectory, trying to get up here to this bullish pointer on the weekly. So 12,005, I think we go north of 12,005. We're probably going to land between 12,500 and 13,000 on the Bitcoin, according to the weekly chart. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. What else we got? Let's take a peek at, give me a second. Okay, here it is. All right, let's take a look at our metals real quick. All right, so here's a weekly chart of gold. Let's take a look at this one. All right, so on the weekly chart of gold, you can see we're getting upside production from the rally alert. And this is being done while we have a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. So one can make an argument that, are we setting up for another leg down, and this time dropping south of 1750 on the weekly gold chart? That is a very good question. If you flip over to the daily chart, we have now a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, with the trend line support being the first target around the 1910 mark, and then the bottom of the Kumo cloud at 1890. So just something to think about. And we have flipped from a bullish now to a bearish bias in gold under the auspices of a bullish weekly trend momentum reading on the daily chart. Okay. So just something to think about, man. Just something to think about as we move ahead. Now, as far as silver is concerned, all right, if we flip this one over, we have a crash alert on the silver too, with the trend line support being the first target. Then we have the bottom of the Kumo cloud. It should be also noted that we've flipped here from a bullish to a bearish bias as well. If you take a look at the weekly chart on silver, same as the gold, but a little bit more powerful as far as to the upside goes. We're getting that upside production from the rally alert, and we have a bullish bias on the weekly charts like we did on gold, but on the daily, you're looking more weak, and you have a bearish weekly trend momentum reading on your weekly chart for silver as well. One can make an argument that this one is just going to get to a point where it runs out of gas and then heads down to the trend line support. So, in other words, follow the reports to a T. Do exactly as the reports say, and do not try to overthink or second guessing what's what. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right, I'll do two more, and then I gotta run. I gotta jump because I gotta do some things. All right, let's see. All right, so here's GBTC. All right, and you can see that here's the rally alert right here. We have the bullish bias, and look at all this upside production GBTC has been giving us. All right, yes, you have this gap right here, which is a real gap, and you got the bullish weekly trend momentum reading, and you're poking yourself up out of the Kumo cloud. So if I were you, I would definitely continue to follow those reports and trade exactly as the reports instruct. Don't do anything other than that. All right, let's see here. That was the Bitcoin ETF GBTC. Now let's look at the Ethereum ETF ETHE. All right. As you can see here on the daily chart, we have that the bias is to the long side of the market. Here's your rally alert. Here's your upside production, getting close to the top. To the overhead trend line resistance around the $60 mark. That's the first target. Then the bottom of the Kumo cloud is your secondary target. So right now, the bulls have control of said market. Now, if you take a look at Ethereum itself, we just saw the ETF, but if you look at Ethereum itself, you see a similar trajectory. Market bias is to the long side, and you do have this gap that you need to back and fill. And right now, you're at the target of the top of the Kumo cloud. So is it going to have enough energy to push through it? Or do we roll over now and fill this gap and drop back down the trend line support? You do have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading, which could have helped. But if we look at the last bullish trend momentum reading here, you see prices were still under a sell bias in the market. So it couldn't make it, didn't make it. All right, so just wanted to point those things out. All right, so I got to bounce. I see you in the live chat. You said something about CFD. Nah, no. You say you use trade tweet 12. What sector? Okay, as far as trading platforms, I trade on multiple platforms. I don't actively trade any cryptos at the moment. You can holler at Frank about that. He's more active in the crypto side than me. And we have other people in the trading room that are really active in crypto. I normally trade the stock index futures, and that's normally my thing. And gold and silver futures. I just like futures. That's normally what I trade. I do some equities too, and so I'll do forex. I'll do equities. I'll do futures. But my main meat and potatoes is the futures. I just really like futures. So anyway, no, and I use Thinkorswim. I use various places. So Interactive Brokers, Thinkorswim, by TD Ameritrade, ONA for micro forex. Those are the platforms that I use. All right. So with that being said, fam, I got to bounce. But tomorrow morning I'll be back for the pre-market pulse scan. And remember, this week is Forex week, so we are celebrating Forex. And I will pull up. I forgot to do let me just do a quick Forex chart. Here's the Australian dollar, just real quick. This is one of the ones that are included in the free report this week. We have a free report that we're giving out all week in celebration of Forex week. And the Australian dollar is one of them that's on there. If you go to pulsewavetrading.com and sign up for a free account, you'll be able to have access to the free daily report. So the Australian dollar, even though we've had an upward trajectory and a bullish bias in this market, we're hitting up overhead resistance, the top of the Kumo cloud here. So all pullbacks are looking to get bid. That's what that means when you have a bullish bias in the market. So all pullbacks are getting bid up, like here. Nice pullback, got shot right back up here. Today had a little bit of a pullback. Tomorrow we could see it shoot back up even again. So right now we got a bullish weekly trend momentum reading, and the market is here with a trajectory upside. It looks like it could run out here, and then we fall back and have this big leg down. So just be careful. Just you want to follow the reports to a T. All right, my man Tom says that the Aussie yen is great on the Forex report. Thank you, I appreciate that. I work mad hard on these reports. You have no idea how much time and energy I put into these reports on a daily basis, because I want to make sure that I'm giving out the most accurate information I possibly can, along with the rules on how to go about trading said markets. And I'm doing this for multiple markets. I'm doing it for forex. I'm doing it for crypto. I'm doing it for futures. I'm doing it for stocks. So I'm doing it for everything, and it does take a lot of work, and it takes up a lot of my time. But I do it because I love it, and this is what I do. All right. So with that being said, man, I'll see you guys in the AM for the pre-market pulse scan. If you're not already a member, you need to hurry up and go there right now. Go to pulsewavetrading.com and sign up so you don't miss the nightly reports. These reports are for tonight into tomorrow's trading, and you don't want to miss any movement in these markets. The markets do move fast. They wait for no one. And if you don't get your orders in, then you could miss out on whatever it is the market is planning to do tonight into tomorrow. And with that being said, that's all I got for now, fam. So remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Peace.